Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a brave noob world sent to Snipermonkey at the email address in the description. If you send it to me, I don't know if I'll see it, but if you send it to Snipermonkey, we will guarantee that he watches it. Alright, so here on Deathaura, we have DJAngo versus FireDune. Bottom right-hand corner, the red Protoss player FireDune. Top left, we have DJAngo. He is a blue Zerg player. Brave New World is just a place for Bronze and Silver League players to send in the replays and get some help with it. And entertaining stuff happens as well, because Standard is not very standard here. So I just like looking forward to Brave New World to see what weird strategies we're going to see. So, one get expand here from FireDune. And a... Whoa, hang on a second. 17 supply... Ooh, a late hatch here from DJAngo. So, FireDune is ahead, based entirely on the fact that he threw down his gateway at the right time. Oh, are you going to do a proxy hatch? DJAngo? DJ? He's not doing it back home. He's going to do it somewhere else. Yes, proxy hatch opening. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I mean, I'm making some pretty strong assumptions here. Mostly that DJ here has not expanded yet. Aw, DJ, you broke my heart. I wanted this to be a proxy. Alright, well, cool. So he throws down his natural at about 18 supply, floating about 200 minerals early, which is not great. FireDune, on the other hand, just crisp expansion timings, had 400 minerals, tossed down the Nexus. No complaints here so far from the red Protoss player, or about the red Protoss player, if you ask me. Okay, so pool's on the way for DJAngo. It's just all the same stuff. It's just late. Which, being late in the early game really snowballs, man. You mess up your early build, like you forget your first Overlord or something, and it just kills ya. Just really, really does. You need to make sure that everything you're doing, especially in the first 2 to 3 minutes, is on point, or it's hard for you to win a game against somebody who is equally as skilled as you are. Ooh, double gating it, FireDune. Oh, that was a Cyber Core for a second, so double gate opening. Making some Zealots. Okay. I mean, traditionally what we'll see here is making an Adept, first of all. Because, you know, the Adepts can actually move out and do some scouting with the Adept Shade ability. It's really easy to scout with an Adept and not have it killed at this stage of the game. Zealots, maybe a little better at defense, but Adepts are better against Lings than Zealots are, especially because the Adept can fire across these buildings and hit them if they're being chomped on by Zerglings. As it stands, the Zealot can only really do stuff if the Lings get in melee range of him, which is not something a good Zerg player will allow unless the Zealot is going to die. So that's your problem there. Forge here, double gas, second base. Oh, yes. And FireDune doing all right. He's making a lot of Zealots, which if he throws down a Citadel of a Dune here, or a Twilight here, geez. If he throws down a Twilight, then we might see some charge. Okay. So there's a Robo. If you're making this many Zealots and you're not getting charged, I don't know what to tell you. Third base, about 3 minutes from DJAngo. Not bad, DJ. Not too bad at all there. After your late natural base, getting a third base up at a decent time is a good way to come back. Did he make no units at all? Okay, he's got 6 Lings. They're just here if, you know, in case an Adept shows up, they'll try to kill it. But as it stands, no. Also, using this drone to scout forever and ever is not super ideal. I'd recommend sending the drone back home to actually mine and sending maybe 1 or 2 of these Lings to provide the service that the drone is performing at the moment. That's not really drone work, you know. Alright, so we're going... What is the plan here? Immortals? Maybe a Warp Prism? I don't know. Warp Prisms are not super common in Bronze and Silver League. If you can use a Warp Prism, you pretty much automatically get promoted to light gold. But I don't know. This gets a little bit tricky to figure out exactly what league this is, but it's definitely lower. It's definitely, I'm gonna say it's definitely Brave Noob World, based on what we're seeing from DJAngo, or Ango possibly. We're gonna call him DJAngo, it's just easier to say for me. And yeah. I don't know what this plan is. It's an observer, cool, I support. Getting observers, especially at the lower levels, they're better. Because it's not as likely that your opponent is going to snipe it off from distance. Like in a professional game, observers die all the time because the enemies are looking out for them and they're killing them as easily, well, as often as they can, and as, you know, as they're capable of doing it. Evolution Chamber, Roach Warren from DJ. I'm not going to say no to roaches here. So here's where we get into a situation where you're 3-basing it. As a Zerg player, you've got 45 workers effectively. You've got a bunch of gas coming in. An option for you here as the Zerg player is just to make a bunch of roaches, upgrade some of them to Ravagers, and just A-move. And if you look at this situation here, FireDune will die to that. FireDune would die to like 6 roaches, I think. He just doesn't have anything by way of army at the moment. He does warp in a couple more Zealots, which are horrifically bad against roaches and Ravagers. Oh, I love the spores. He's getting spores. He's died to oracles before. It's late. Here's the problem. If FireDune was going for a Stargate opening and getting an oracle, you want that spore down at about 3:30, maybe 3:45, but definitely 5:40 is way too late for that. Oh, but you'll notice that the observer actually died there because, again, they're flimsy. And unfortunately, it stopped in range of a spore crawler that was building, which, unfortunate result there. So additional gateways here. He's gotten Immortal now. See, now Immortals are game changers. You have a couple of those, and suddenly the roaches are not crushing through this as easily as they were previously. I love the shield battery here and the cannon. Okay, so FireDune has also died to attacks about this time. He's preparing for it. I still think a big swell of like 12 roaches and 6 Ravagers would completely destroy this, especially if Corrosive Biles were used on this pylon, maybe to depower it and get rid of the shield battery and the cannon in one fell swoop, as well as these 2 warp gates. It's a bit of an Artosis pylon here. It's nothing too crazy, though. Hydralisk Den on the way from DJAngo. So a Roach Hydra play can be extremely good against this composition, unless there's some Storm involved, or unless there are some Colossus involved, which you have a Robotics Bay and a Twilight Council coming in. All right, so FireDune recognizes, let's get all the tech. Let's just do all the things. We're Protoss. We can do that. FireDune maybe taking a 3rd base. Should be considering taking a 3rd base, but I like, this vision's pretty close to being able to see 3rd base timing for FireDune if it's there, or if it's here, and Overlord will see that. FireDune needs to saturate these bases, maybe take a 4th base. Maybe, honestly, at this point, just max out on Roach Hydra, since you have the tech for that, and then go for it. I mean, that very well could be the plan here today, right? That very well could be something that DJAngo is thinking about. We cannot read his mind. Unfortunately, we are not clairvoyant, especially not to the past. Now, this is a problem I see sometimes from lower-level players, including myself, is you'll be using drones in your main to build structures, and then suddenly you're unsaturated in your main base. Oh, he fixed it. DJ, you're such a good Zerg player. You fix the saturation problems in your main. Okay, your natural's not too hot now, but I assume we'll figure that out. Now, the question is, what is the Robotics Bay tech going to be? Still making Immortals. Now that you have a Robotics Bay, it gives you access to both Colossus and Disruptors, both of which can be extremely good at the lower levels. Like 4 or 5 Colossus would really help melt this, while your Immortals and Zealots do a ton of work too. Yeah, I mean, seriously, these macro players, their macro is good, is what I'm trying to say here. 65 to 45 workers. FireDune really needs to expand pretty badly right now. DJAngo could probably stand to expand as well. But look at this. They've got nice saturation on all of their bases here. Very evenly done. This is where you start floating money, though, because if your injects aren't perfect or very good, then you start not being able to spend your cash because you don't have enough larvae as a Zerg player, or maybe not enough gateways. We're looking 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Another one down here. 5, 7 gates. 8 gates on 2 bases. Pretty good. FireDune is spending his money better than DJ is, as we can see. He's got a lot of larvae down here just doing nothing. Is this not hotkeyed, I wonder? I can't tell what his hotkeys are. I hope so. I hope it's hotkeyed and he doesn't forget about it. Although there's a lot of larvae. He's got a lot of larvae. There's 19 larvae just sitting here. If you have available larvae, available supply, and available money, make stuff. That's the thing that we see at the lower levels, is they're just sitting on a bunch of stuff. And if they're supply blocked and they have a bunch of cash, yeah, that stinks. I get that. But man, he's got 3,000 minerals and 2,000 gas. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, spend that cash. 8 Hydralisks, 9 roaches at a time. Spent that larva. Is he continuing to inject? Not here, not here, and not here. So no. After this round, the next wave of units will be a little bit problematic. But here we go. Roach Hydra, 148 supply. He knows this is... Oh, okay, pro tip. Do not attack into an entrenched Protoss position where their army is. Generally not recommended, especially with Terran. But Protoss can be an issue too. I like this. So he kind of sees what's going on and just decides to back out. Maybe the rest of the army can come join him, because they are defending, but there's nothing to defend against at the moment. Okay, so Pylon down. First blood. Wait, hold on. Pylon spared. Spared a Pylon. Warp Gate down, and probably another Warp Gate down here, but FireDune coming in with his Colossus and his 3 Immortals. And this is so bad. This is bad for DJAngo. The Immortals are just crushing the Roaches. The Hydras all died to the Stalkers as well as the Colossus. And DJAngo's, that did not go well for him at all. Immortal, good unit, man. 4 kills on that Immortal. Resources lost 3,000 to 500. I don't know. Maybe if you had the rest of your army there, it would have made a difference, DJ. I don't know. 4th base timing would be excellent. If you're on even bases versus a Protoss player, you're going to die. Did he... I thought this was saturated. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he'd just been oversaturated in the main for a while. Okay. Well, it's definitely time to saturate that 3rd base. I guess at this point, no. FireDune is not a base up on DJAngo because he's not mining at all from that 3rd. So it's still 2 base to 3 base. He's back at it, man. He's back at it with Roaches and Hydralisks. I mean, here's the thing. If your composition got wrecked by your enemy last time you attacked them, I don't know that coming back with exactly what you did the first time is all that smart. I do like attacking from a different angle, though. Look at this. The defense is all in the natural base, which means the 3rd base might actually go down. Hydra DPS is insane. And, okay, so he wants to kill the Void Ray real bad, which the Hydras will. And he wants to focus down that Immortal, but man, these Colossus are just sitting back here. He does finish the Nexus. Okay. All right. Got some guaranteed damage. Everything else died, but he did take down FireDune's ability to have a 3rd. So FireDune's like, all right, I can't sit back here and play defense. I really got to go kill some things. DJ is spending more of his money. Still floating 5,000 to 3,000. You cannot be floating this much money if you're going to get promoted in StarCraft, dude. We have to be spending it more effectively, consistently here, which means better injects, so you have more larvae with which to spend. Also, I don't know... I assume you had rally points set, but I assume they were set to something that died, which is why everything just popped at their hatches that they started at and then had to be manually put over here. But yeah, set a rally point to a ground position, and you'll find it to be a little bit better. So DJ's got a 4th base. Okay. And FireDune has to replant his 3rd. This is, but however, FireDune has won the last 2 engagements. The only 2 engagements of the game have been won by the Protoss pretty handily. Like these 6 kills each on these Colossus, I believe it is. Yeah, 6 kills each on these Colossus. Immortal 6 kills. Immortal 8 kills. The big ticket expensive items pay for themselves pretty darn effectively, if you ask me. They are worth the cost. Make tier 3 if you're Protoss. Okay, so FireDune, long distance mining from the 3rd base, but it is warping in. FireDune, maybe even, are you going home or attacking up a ramp? God, this is such a dicey position for DJAngo. Although, Hydra is getting right on top of these Colossus. Yes, the Colossus is probably going to die, but oh my gosh, it's not going to die. 11 kills, 6 kills. This is feeling pretty GG, honestly. FireDune's at 70 army supply to 34 army supply. All right. Well, 3rd base is completely dead. Probe count massacred there. Immortals and Stalkers working together to bring a living nightmare to DJAngo's life. Yeah, this is why you don't go Roach Hydra versus Colossus and Immortal. And, oh, did he know about this? I think he caught a glimpse of the creep earlier, and he's going to kill this. So DJ's down to 2 bases, except his main base is not happy. It's out. It's mined out. These Roaches and Hydras really want to kill these Colossus, but, like... Okay, they got one. 17 kills on that Colossus port before it went down. That's, I mean, that's 17 Roaches and Hydras. That is not 17 Zerglings that he killed there. That is a very impressive Colossus. And FireDune, instead of pushing in and just ending the game, which he could have done, because there's nothing here for DJ. He has 2 Hydralisks in his army. FireDune decides it is time to go home. So FireDune, pro tip. If you win every engagement you've ever had with the enemy and you're on their side of the base, go kill them. They will not have a magically huge, scary army that this time, the 5th time you fight them, they will win. No, no, no. You have crushed their army so many times they have nothing left, and you still have dudes. So that's it. You end the game. However, if you want to go home, and as Day9 says, when you're ahead, get more ahead. I mean, there's a fine line between getting ahead and letting your opponent back into the game. That's exactly what is happening here. I don't know that DJAngo is capable of getting back into the game here. If FireDune went home and didn't expand, I'd be like, all right. FireDune's kind of losing this advantage here, but he is expanding. And that's exactly what he needs to do here because DJ is trying to replant this 3rd base. He's got 5,000 minerals. He could expand here, 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 and here. I think I already said that maybe. Or here maybe. Who knows? He could expand everywhere on this map and still have minerals left over. That's the problem with floating all this cash, is you didn't have the army necessary to beat this. Now here's the trick. If DJAngo had a maxed out Roach Hydra army with good upgrades, and maybe a surround, he probably could have taken this army. It's not necessarily that beefy. He would have lost a lot of stuff, but he could have taken it. If you're struggling with Colossus, Vipers or Corruptors are your best bet. They have been for a long time. If you get a Spire, you make Corruptors, they can hit the Colossus because they're tall. See how tall they are? They're tall boys. You can kill them. And then the Roaches and Hydras just clean up everything else here. Maybe with the exception of the Immortals, but still. Roach Hydra and those numbers would absolutely take this thing down. So yeah, the problem for DJ here is he's just, you know, he's getting a Spire. Okay. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's what they say. And that's what DJ is doing here. He's just Roach Hydra is a good, strong composition for Zerg. And they complement each other. And that is true. But if you've gotten destroyed by your Protoss enemy every time you've tried to attack them, do something else. Like Mass Muta would be a better option than whatever we're seeing here. 31 drones have gone down. I mean, it's 16,000 resources lost for DJ and 2,000 resources lost for FireDune. Oh, this is interesting. FireDune getting cheeky. All right. Mass DT warping. Here's the thing. There is an Overseer with this army. So the DTs will have, well, depending on where they go. I was going to say, if they go up here, they could probably snipe that hatch if the reaction time for DJ was not hot, which it could not be. Oh, they want to get this 4th. And the reaction time for DJ, he's in the neighborhood to shut this down. What? FireDune? Oh, just taking a roundabout route. Okay. Ooh, it is 15 Corruptors in production. Dude, DJ. And he spent all his money. Holy crap. He was at 5,000 minerals and now he's at 100. How did that happen? DJ, you decided to macro. No, 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 no. You have an Overseer. Get him. Okay, so DTs die, and that brings FireDune's resources lost numbers up to a lot after all these guys go down. Yeah, 5,000. So he was at 2,000. He just lost 3,000 resources worth of stuff because DTs are expensive. So, okay, so DJ did a thing. He made Corruptors. He not remaxed, but he spent all of his cash. I kind of am in love with this right now. FireDune took a 4th base, which he saturated. He could probably use the gas income based on what his bank is looking like here. And maybe, honestly, another base. If you're only at 57 workers and you are horribly oversaturating your bases, that means you need to expand like twice. Would be the recommendation. Where is this drone going? Where are you? Why are you expanding? No, he was rallied up here. Maybe he's going to expand. He has resources to expand now. That's cool. Okay, goodbye, drone. I'm curious about this. DJ could expand a couple times, which would be excellent. What he really needs, though, at this point is workers. He's at 26 drones at 20 minutes, which is bad. FireDune, you know, still just kind of camping out by his 4th base, worried about an impending attack. So if it is going to be Greater Spire Broodlords, as we're seeing from DJAngo, I still think the Corruptors might be worth more here. They can, well, they can take down the Mothership, which we saw in, there it is. We can take down the Mothership pretty easily. You can kill the Colossus. The Archons are a problem, and the Void Rays are a problem, though. I like this composition from FireDune. It's good. It's pretty much got the answer to everything that DJ is working with here. So 5 Broodlords, which I think is what he could afford, and then he's making some additional Corruptors. Tempest in production. I mean, good against Broodlords, that's for sure. So here comes FireDune. This is going to be a target firing battle, right? If you can target fire the Broodlords and kill them, I think everything else might be okay. But if you let the Broodlords sit back there and just wreck the ground army without really being bothered, or if you let the Void Rays die instantly, which they do, okay, you lost the Void Ray setup. Oh, he tried to relay command his dudes over here. Okay, Corruptors need to stay away from the Archons. Like, stay away from the Archons. There we go. And holy crap, DJ doing such a great job against this. Keeping the Broodlords at the back. The Time Warp is actually doing stuff. Ah, what are we doing? Are you move commanding? What? What? Help! He can't see it. He doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have. He does have detection. What's he doing then? Wow, that back one back a long way. Overseer wanders in. Everything's... Why? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. It's cool. He had enough in the end. The Broodlords are largely being left alone. And Corruptors do take down the Colossus. The Broodlords, helping clean up the Immortals, but from the backside, the Tempest sniping off that Broodlord. And suddenly, okay, so that Tempest is probably dead. Although, no, the Corruptors leave it alone. It's 51 to 20 army supply. Dude, I thought FireDune was dead, but FireDune is alive. Somehow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that Archon. That Archon with all of like 60 HP, by the way. Does have +3 attack, though. The upgrades are disgustingly good for FireDune today. 3-3, 2 with 2 air attack. Man, the upgrades are crazy good for FireDune. All these drones are dying. All right, well, I think that's your GG. Look at the supply. I like how these roaches are chasing this away. It's 2 roaches. Hey, he figured it out. It's 2. No, he didn't figure it out. He's regrouping. Regroup. He's the one that's floating 4,000 minerals right now. He's making another mothership. He's making Void Rays. It's does he know enough that he's going to be able to close the door here? He's taking a 5th base. Yeah, I mean, look, DG's income is sad. It really is. He's at 17 drones. He's got 1 mining base with 3 mineral patches on it. FireDune's mining from here. He's mining from here. He's gonna be mining from here soon. Where the heck does DJ have that much? Oh, it's 56 Zerglings. 56 Zerglings somewhere. I guess all sitting right here. What are their upgrades, we're wondering? +2, +2. Not bad. All right, here come the Lings, but the Archon splash. That's the Zerg death sound, and he's done. That's it. Thank you for playing DJAngo, but FireDune is your winner. Ooh, he's expanding again. FireDune killing it. GG from DJ, and FireDune's your winner. That was fun. That was a really, really fun Brave Noob world. I mean, DJ hasn't actually left yet, which is an obstacle. But there we go. He's out. FireDune's your winner. FireDune wants to stick around and kill stuff just for the catharsis of it, so we'll let him do that. But yeah, that was good. Good back and forth. I think we had some good learning experiences in there. DJ spending his money, injecting, expanding more aggressively against a Protoss who's really leaving you alone. FireDune expanding more quickly, good too. But I think FireDune got into a good composition later anyway. It's 42 kill Archon, by the way. 19 and 17 on those guys. This Immortal's got 44 kills. Yeah, make Archons, make Immortals. Mothership was cool. That last engagement was awesome. But yeah, I think that was a really, really fun Brave New World game. Both players had a lot to learn from, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of Brave Noob World. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.